Blog article from Grace Daily. August 14, 2026. Title: Recognizing Divine Help, Deep Reflection on Psalm 121 verses 1-2. Written by Grace Daily. Summary: in the journey of life, we often face challenges and difficulties. Psalm 121 verses 1-2 reminds us of God's help, who is always ready to help us. This article will guide you to understand and experience divine help in everyday life. Here is the full article. Help from God and inevitability in life. Life is full of challenges and difficulties. Sometimes, we feel unable to face it all alone. However, as Christians, we have enormous strength and help, namely help from God. In Psalm 121 verses 1-2, we read, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains, where will my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth." This verse reminds us that our help comes from God, the creator of heaven and earth. In this verse, the writer of the psalm expresses his belief that help comes from God. He did not seek help from humans or from natural forces, but directly from God. This is a valuable lesson for us. When we face difficulties, we often seek help from other people or from existing resources, but we often forget that real help comes from God. Psalm 121 verses 1-2, "I lift up my eyes to the mountains, where will my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth." Experiencing divine help in daily life. So, how can we experience divine help in everyday life? First, we must have firm faith that God is the source of our help. We must believe that God has the power to help us in every situation. Second, we must pray earnestly and ask for His help. Prayer is an effective means of communicating with God and asking for His help. Third, we must believe in God's promises written in the Bible. God has promised to help us in every difficulty, and we must believe in those promises. In this way, we can experience divine help in everyday life. We don't need to be afraid or worried because we know that God is always ready to help us. We can face every challenge with confidence and courage, because we know that our help comes from God. Conclusion: Psalm 121 verses 1-2 reminds us that our help comes from God. In everyday life, we can experience divine help by having firm faith, praying earnestly, and believing in God's promises. We don't need to be afraid or worried, because God is always ready to help us. Let us turn our eyes to God and ask for His help in every situation, so that we can experience real divine help in our lives. This has been an article from Grace Daily. May it bless your faith journey.